All right, what's good all day, fam? So I'm gonna keep it short tonight. It's been a long day, but I wanted to keep the streak going. I wanted to stay with the phrase, the brand, all day, no days off. So let me see what I got for y'all. Get to this right now. Just bear with me real quick. I think it's cool to talk about. I think it'll be appropriate to talk about Tyler Linderbaum. So it appears that the Ravens are going to do everything they can to keep him in house. I don't blame them. They want to keep Lamar Jackson happy. They want to protect Lamar Jackson as much as possible. It's nothing more devastating for well, I won't say nothing more devastating, but it's going to be it's tough for a quarterback to lose a center, especially if it's a good center. You all saw what happened when Justin Herbert lost Corey Linsley. Justin Herbert had Corey Linsley, and it's been very tough for Justin Herbert ever since. And I could only imagine if Corey Linsley never retired, how that could have been with the anchor of that offensive line. The center is like the brain of the offense, and I could have only imagined if we still would have had Corey Linsley, Sean Slater, Joe Watt on the right side. That would have been a phenomenal offensive. That would have been a phenomenal offensive line. So it really sucks what happened with Corey Linsley. He was a really great center, really great center. But so I can see why the the Ravens wants to keep Tyler Linderbaum in house. I mean it's obvious why, you know. So it goes the Baltimore Ravens are going all out to keep him there. According to this article, the Los Angeles Chargers' dream target of this offseason has been crystal clear. Tyler Linderbaum of the Baltimore Ravens is one of the league's premier centers, and bringing him in would provide the offensive line with an anchor it's long lacked. With free agency just over 2 weeks away, hope has arisen around the Chargers fan base that Linderbaum will ultimately become available on the open market. Given Baltimore's current financial situation, it remains a distinct possibility. So Los Angeles still has over 87 million in cap space. They could make a highly competitive offer for Linderbaum's services if given the opportunity. However, Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta just put a major damper on those plans during his press conference at the NFL Combine, stating that the organization has already extended a marketing setting offer to Linderbaum. DeCosta said Ravens have made Tyler Linderbaum a market setting offer. Although DeCosta did not provide specifics, that this development is highly discouraging for the Chargers in their pursuit of Linderbaum. If Linderbaum never even hits the open market, Los Angeles will need to pivot to other options to replenish their depleted offensive line. I don't necessarily agree with that. There's other offensive linemen who we can go after, and there's guys in free agency that we can go after. It's not the end of the world. It's really not. Ravens are doing everything they can to keep Linderbaum in the building, with the departure of Bradley Bozeman having been made official on Monday. With the announcement of his retirement, Los Angeles is officially in search of a new center for 2026. I mean, it's about time Bradley Bozeman retired anyway. I mean, I don't really understand why that even hit headlines. Bradley Bozeman is not a good player, so who cares if he retired? I mean, I'm happy he retired. I was hoping I was going to release him. So the hype surrounding Linderbaum has been more than justified. In any other situation, he would be considered a shoo-in to return to Baltimore. But the Ravens currently have just over 22 million in cap space, and they have needs to address on their defense this offseason as well. Linderbaum is projected by Spot Rack to earn a contract in the 4 year and 70 million range. A market setting offer for Linderbaum would likely equal or surpass the contract that Kansas City Chiefs center Creed Humphrey got in the 2024 offseason. This would put Linderbaum's annual salary at around 18 million. It's not as though the Chargers can match or beat this offer if they're truly motivated, but the best chance they had of even taking a shot at Linderbaum rested on the Ravens' inability to extend such an offer. This update doesn't guarantee Linderbaum will not hit the open market, but it's certainly not good news for teams awaiting his availability. There will be other options to see this offseason. Connor McGovern is also the free agent, and Los Angeles should be able to get a capable center in the draft if they choose to go that route. But Linderbaum presents a rare opportunity and would be a major disappointment if he signs an extension before free agency even begins. It's not the end of the world, man. It's really not. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. All right, and so another one got, let's see. Let's see here. Chargers cap space. Chiefs restructure Patrick Mahomes' contract to free up over 43 million in cap space. So Patrick Mahomes on February 18th, a few days ago, the Chiefs restructured Patrick Mahomes' contract, freeing up some cap space. So the Kansas City Chiefs has begun the process of digging out their salary cap. The Chiefs converted 44.05 million of Patrick Mahomes' 2026 base salary and a 10.4 million roster bonus into a fully guaranteed roster bonus, creating 43.56 million in cap room. NFL Network insider Tom Pelestro reported on Wednesday. Jason Fitzgerald of Over the Cap first reported the cap maneuver. A simple restructure converts payments into a prorated bonus that is spread over the remaining years of the deal, allowing teams to push cap hits into future years. Mahomes, who is rehabbing from a season-ending knee injury, I forgot he had that knee injury. I forgot about that injury. Was set to count 78.214 million against the salary cap in 2026. The restructure sinks that number to a much more manageable 34.65 million. The move adds a shade under 11 million to all subsequent seasons. The quarterback's 2027 cap hit now stands at 85.25 million. The past few seasons, the Chiefs have moved money up to keep the star's signal caller in line with his high-profile peers. With that gigantic cap figures growing bigger in 2027, we're inching closer to a complete redo of Mahomes' contract. The quarterback inked a massive 10-year, 450 million contract in 2020. Gosh, it's almost 2030. It's crazy how fast time goes by. I'm tripping. My bad, but Jesus. The deal was built to give the Chiefs flexibility throughout the contract. Restructuring the pack to push money into future years was always part of the plan. They're just doing what they've always been doing, what they always wanted to do. And so restructuring Mahomes' deal gets the Chiefs closer to compliance before the new league year opens on March 11th. Kansas City had been more than 50 million over the projected salary cap before the maneuver. They still remain in the red, roughly 11 million over the projected cap. We're likely to see more contract restructures on the way, starting with star defensive tackle Chris Jones. The Chiefs could also release veterans to save cap space. Candidates include Juwan Taylor, 19.5 million, Michael Dana, 80.8 million, or Drew Tranquil, 5.8 million. To get to the point where the Chiefs can effectively add players in free agency this offseason, General Manager Brett Veach must not just get compliant, but create enough room to add significant pieces to a team that just missed the postseason for the first time since 2014. Mahomes' restructure is notable, but it's simply step one of a multi-step process in Kansas City before the new league year begins in March 11th. I just saw an article that I wanted to look into. You guys know I'm out of time to say about this, as I have a feeling, they got the disrespect from Justin Herbert, ranking all 63 quarterbacks from the 2025 NFL season. Yeah, let's see. All 63 quarterbacks, huh? This is the final post. Okay, let's see. Tier 1 got Matthew Stafford, obviously. Matthew Stafford threw for 5,000 yards, 52 passing touchdowns, 9 picks. And then they got Josh Allen, number 2. Obviously, what? Dak Prescott at number 3. What the hell? I promise you, man, Dak Prescott is such an overrated quarterback. So overrated, man. I don't get it. But then they got Drake May at number 4. Oh, wow, that's surprising. I wasn't expecting to see Justin Herbert right here. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I was I was preparing myself to be pissed off because I was just having a feeling that they were going to put Justin Herbert at like number 30 or something. I love it. Okay, well, but I don't get how they have Jack Prescott at number 3. I don't know, man. Justin Herbert threw just for under 4,000 yards, 26 passing touchdowns, 13 picks. He had 555 rushing yards, 202 rushing touchdowns. He had a lot of rushing yards this year. Oh, Drake May had 628 rushing yards. And a lot of fumbles, 15. Josh Allen had 678 rushing yards. Josh Allen threw a lot of picks too. Justin Herbert had 13. 26 passing touchdowns. Drake May had 37. Josh Allen had 29. Josh Allen's number is not even it's not that much better than Herbert's. Josh Allen played with a much better offensive line. Much better situation than Herbert. Trevor Lawrence at number 6. Trevor Lawrence threw a lot of picks too, 14. Tier 2, Sam Darnold. Then Caleb Williams, number 8. Jared Goff, number 9. Joe Burrow, he only played 8 games, so he had number 10. Lamar Jackson, number 11. Daniel Jones, number 12. Patty, 13. Before he got hurt, 22 passing touchdowns, 11 picks. As Patrick Mahomes been having a freaking down year. He having some down years lately. Jordan Love at number 14. Brock Purdy, number 15. Aaron Rodgers, 16. I'm just going to do the top 25. And then you got Baker Mayfield, number 17. Bo Nix, number 18. Jalen Hurts, number 19. CJ Stroud, number 20. Tier 4. Okay, you got Bryce Young, Tyler Shaw, Jackson Dart. Okay. It's Jacoby Brissett, Cam Ward. Yes, a lot of these quarterbacks are just, yeah, who cares about these guys. But I'll read the first paragraph for the first tier. So it says Matthew Stafford won NFL MVP because he was, in fact, the best quarterback in the NFL. That's debatable. His playoff performance proved it. He engineered a comeback win on the road in Charlotte, North Carolina to advance beyond wildcard weekend, piloted the Rams through choppy, frigid waters in a divisional round overtime victory, and Chicago and nearly single-handedly threw the Rams to their Super Bowl. In a narrow NFC Championship game loss in Seattle, Stafford produced his best season of his career in 2025, showing off an elite blend of arm strength, accuracy, and decision-making ability that made the Rams one of the favorites to win it all. Best of all, he'll be back in 2026. Josh Allen did not have an MVP caliber season, but still attracted some consideration because of how he carried the Bills to the divisional round. Yes, I can mention how he had the benefit of playing alongside the NFL rushing yards leader in James Cook. Okay, thank you. Or I can knock him for essentially giving away a divisional round game to Denver with his 4 turnovers. You could do both. I won't let that sink his stock, though, because his importance to the Bills and his elite ability vastly outweighs those details. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I just, like I said, I just don't like how people not only just overrate Josh Allen, but they don't hold him accountable for the things for this the ridiculous plays that he makes, like of costing his team to lose sometimes. Yeah, I mean, he could be a lot of reason. He could be the main reason why they win, but then he also becomes another reason why they don't get any further than a divisional round. And Josh Allen has always been a turnover machine, and I don't think he's not that great of a passer. I don't see how you can win a big. I don't see how you can win a Super Bowl with a quarterback like that. And if Josh Allen never gets the blame, he doesn't really get the pressure. I don't see how he will be able to elevate his game. I really don't. And I think Joe Brady is going to complement Josh Allen's game, not elevate his game. And that's why I don't think Josh Allen is ever going to win a Super Bowl. I think, and I'm telling you right now, Lamar Jackson will win a Super Bowl before Josh Allen. And I'm not even sure if Lamar Jackson will ever go, but that's my whole point. So I think the next quarterback to get a ring is going to stick up on you. It's going to be Herbert and it's going to be Caleb Williams. I could be biased in saying that, but I don't think it's too far fetched. And they're both in. Herbert got Mike McDaniel now, especially if Mike McDaniel chooses to stay with LA. That's going to be dangerous. And especially if we can get another weapon for Herbert. And then you guys already know about Caleb Williams because Caleb Williams has a talent like no other. And he has not reached his potential yet. Caleb Williams is just scratching the surface. And I know Caleb Williams is going to keep evolving. Caleb Williams is getting better every single year. Justin Herbert is actually getting better every single year. And this Ravens situation is going to be tricky with Lamar Jackson. I think it's going to be very tricky. I think they're already off to kind of a bad start with him and his offensive coordinator. But with that being said, Lamar Jackson isn't really the type of quarterback that needs a great offensive coordinator. And I just think the offensive coordinator can't get in his way. But also, the Ravens, they're going to have a great defense. They're going to have a really great defense. You already know what J.C. Minter is going to bring to that team. But that's not going to be the decision maker of them winning a Super Bowl. The Ravens had a great defense before and they couldn't get past it. It's going to all depend on Lamar Jackson, man. It's going to all depend on Lamar Jackson. I say if Lamar Jackson stays locked in, he goes to OTAs, he's just locked in all offseason. He participates in all of the offseason workouts, not just his own thing. All the Baltimore Ravens offseason workouts. You got two new coaches. You got two new coaches. You got a new head coach and you got a new offensive coordinator. Lamar Jackson needs to be in the building every day. And if he's not, it's going to be the same results like always. They're going to get booted out, wild card, or divisional round. That's what's going to happen. Dak Prescott was a reason the Cowboys finished anywhere near 500 this season. He proved himself as one of the NFL's best passers, completing a league high 404 attempts for 4,552 yards and 30 touchdowns. He powered George Pickens for your best season and reminded us of his value throughout Dallas' up and down campaign. The hope is that the Cowboys can maximize his talents better in 2026. Drake May nearly won NFL MVP, but certainly didn't look the part in the postseason. No, he didn't have a good game at all in the postseason. After producing an incredible season and only his second year, May looked like a sophomore starter in the playoffs. That's exactly what it looked like, struggling to find the consistency that defined his campaign. He made big plays in key spots, sure, but struggled with turnovers all the way through the Super Bowl in a game in which his youth was painfully evident. Luckily, he's only 23 and has plenty of learning experiences already under his belts. Very true. Very true. All right. And then so they say Justin Herbert deserves a medal for the courage required to get these Chargers to the playoffs. Okay. He lost one starting tackle, Rashawn Slater, for the entire season, another for a significant portion of it in Joel, and played a significant chunk of time without one or both of his top two running backs, Najee Harris and Amarion Hampton. That's what I'm saying. Look at all the adversity that he has to go through, and he has consistently been producing, bringing his team to the playoffs. So he doesn't get that respect for that, and I just don't understand why. He put the Chargers on his back anyway, finishing as both the leading passer and rusher in some games while carrying them to an 11-6 finish in a return trip to the playoffs. Oh, he did much of this with a broken hand too. Come on, man. Hopefully the Chargers can stay healthy up front and take some of the responsibility off his shoulders next season. Trevor Lawrence played the best football of his career in 2025, finally flirting with the generational tag he's carried since his days at Clemson. Lawrence was a laser accurate passer, using his legs more than he ever has. He didn't use his legs a lot. I didn't even know Trevor Lawrence was that mobile. And he ever has as a pro, and proved to be the unrelenting engine behind the Jaguars team that evolved into an offensive machine in the second half of the season. With Liam Cohen leading the way, Lawrence and the Jaguars have a bright future ahead of them. And yeah, that's it for that. All right. So I said I was going to cut it short tonight. Just wanted to keep it consistent, be on here every night, no days off. So if you want more, you know where to find me. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back very soon. Be back tomorrow day or tomorrow night. Either one. I'll be back here tomorrow. Deuces.